Hi everyone. It's 8:30 a.m. East time. So all right. Okay. I watched hockey last night a bit. I watched one game, but I'm caught up on all the scores. Um, I'm gonna highlight two because the game I watched was Carolina Hurricanes and New York Islanders. Okay, and it was a tight one, 3-2. Um, and then the other one that I saw the score that kind of shocked me was Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild, I believe. I don't know why they're called Wild. I don't know. The score was 4-0. In baseball terms, that would be a goose egg. Um, and in hockey terms, it's pretty high because when you get into scores that could be a baseball score for hockey, yeah, you usually don't see that. It's usually 2-1, 3-2, something like that. And they have a rule now for a couple of years where you cannot have a tie anymore. So they do OTs until you don't have a tie. I've seen games that go into three overtimes. Usually it's one overtime and done, maybe two, very rare three. But three means that both teams are playing pretty good because you have to keep doing OT. So yeah. Like I said, I guess my favorite, although okay, my team is Nashville Predators. And the reason is because, well, one, they're kind of local. Two, I saw them when I first saw them, they were playing in the playoffs and they actually got pretty far in them. So I'm like, okay, they have to be good. But also, I think they are good. It's just, I don't know. It's a common knowledge if you're a sports person, um, that when you change a new team, when you get a new team, it takes a couple of years to get good and to get where everyone's in sync with each other, to get like where you're a oiled machine kind of. Okay. But in hockey, I don't know how long it takes. So maybe they got new people or new players and they're just trying to gel. I'm not really sure. Um, but yeah. Okay. There's your hockey bit. And also, okay. Um, Kind of a side note, but I've been noticing, like I've noticed for a couple of years that I love interview shows and like in depth things. Okay. So inside the actor studio, basically James Lipton used to, he passed away. Rest in peace, James Lipton. But he used to interview major celebrities. And the longer your credits were, the more credits you had, the more likely you were to be interviewed by him. Now, that wasn't always the case, but it was usually the case. Like, okay, the other day I just saw the inside the actor studio of Betty White. Okay, if you guys don't know, Betty White is, is known as the First Lady of Television, number one. Number two, the Queen of Game Shows. Back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, she played on every game show known to mankind. She started on Password when she met her husband, Alan Ludden, but then she played on everything. She played on Password Plus, she played on Pyramid a bunch of times. I mean, she's so famous on Pyramid that the last time they had her on Pyramid, everybody gave her a standing ovation. Um, and she did I think she did at least one episode of Jeopardy, like Celebrity Jeopardy, and she was always for charitable causes, always. And she was the biggest animal lover you've ever met in your life. And just, she was a down to earth lady, you know? Like, she lived in Hollywood, Los Angeles, but she didn't have the ego, and she wanted to help people and the young people, come up. Um, oh, I have to say a little bit. I don't know too much, okay? But Harry Belafonte passed away. Now, I didn't even know what he did, but I knew he had to be kind of famous because in older episodes of some shows, he's been mentioned several times. I looked into his credits. Turns out he was a well known singer. Did not know that. Um, but he did make it to 96, you know. So rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. I guess that's it for the morning. Okay, bye guys. I'll come back later with the soaps and some other stuff. My goal is I try to do at least 4 or 5 videos a day, but sometimes I do 4, sometimes I do 5. It just depends. Okay, bye guys.